everybody, welcome back to another video. My name is Rusty and we are back with another new truck. Yes, this truck is not currently, brand new 2020 like the Western Star I used to have, but this is the 2019 Freightliner Cascadia. If you guys remember this truck number right here, 222, we actually had this current truck exactly maybe a couple months ago. And you might be asking, why am I switching back over to the Cascadia instead of that brand new Western Star? Well, there is a couple reasons. I will be explaining in this video why I went back to the Cascadia, but I had a couple choices here. I left the Western Star, I had a bunch of Cascadias there, and then I had that truck to choose. I had a choice between this 2019 Volvo V&L 760, and as all you guys know, I really love the Volvos, but this one was like this for me because it has all the safety features, it has the adaptive cruise control, it has the blind sides, all that stuff that I just do not like in these Penske Volvos. They're just really annoying to drive on the road. It's all beeping and telling you, hey man, you're 500 feet away from another car. It's like, bro, it's so far away. It's just super annoying with that adaptive cruise control. So I did not choose the Volvo. I went back to the Freightliner Cascadia. We are in Charlotte, North Carolina, and we are getting loaded to Phoenix, Arizona. Full load. It's gonna be really heavy. It's gonna be probably about 75,000 gross. It's okay. This truck can handle it. Why I chose this truck again, this exact 222 number, is because this Cascadia is not like the rest. This one does have the upgraded 500 horsepower engine, exactly what the Western Star actually has, because Western Star, Freightliner, Cascadia, they're actually exactly the same motor transmission wise. And I will be talking in this video if the Cascadia is better than a Western Star. I already explained it in my other videos, but I will be showing you guys why it is better. She does have 340,000 miles on her. Yeah, 340, but she runs and drives great. I know that the clutch has been changed on this truck. It's been abused a little bit, but they changed the clutch. It's brand new. They just did the oil for me and she is ready to go. But this truck is a little bit band-aid together. Let me show you. We got some fairing damage. I mean, it's loose everywhere. We got like random duct tape right there. I guess it's holding something right here. And also these mirrors right here, we have clear tape on it right here on both sides. I mean, I know why there is tape on here, because these Cascadia, all of the Cascadias, not just this one, these side mirrors, these blind side mirrors, they just vibrate loose and then they start falling off. So I guess this piece of tape is there for safety measures so it doesn't delete itself on the highway. Got some surgery stuff happening right here with some zip ties, but I mean, whatever. She's a working girl. And also we got other band-aid items right here. We got a bunch of tape right here, whatever. The sun is coming down and we're about to scale up. Right here they have a certified scale and we're gonna weigh ourselves, make sure we're all Gucci to go. We'll go as far as we can, probably about 12 o'clock, 1 a.m. midnight, and that should be enough. We should make it to Georgia somewhere, maybe even Alabama. We'll see how much time we have, or if I feel like driving that late. And I promise you guys I will show you a whole interior in this truck. It's pretty sweet. It's one of the best interiors, so don't worry, I will show you. We are loaded and we are ready to go. It is 6 o'clock, so we're gonna be, kind of traffic time here in Charlotte. It's okay, it's gonna be probably 10-15 minutes in traffic, and we should make it by midnight to Alabama. Morning everybody, Good morning. Well, I mean, it's 10:30, but I guess that's lunchtime already and considered still morning. But we are all the way past Birmingham, Alabama. We've drove about till 1 a.m. Central Time yesterday night. It wasn't too bad, and I'm gonna show you guys the interior of this truck right now. So if you guys remember from the last couple videos, I actually did have this truck, as I explained, and it has, you know, the black and brown theme. So I mean, looks pretty decent. As you come here, I got, you know, my regular beater stick, and it's, you know, it's been used. You know, this is PTI stick. I beat on stuff with it, and we got the best seats that Freightliner pretty much has. They're actually very comfortable. There is so much settings. What I love about them is heated, cooled seats, and then there's the vent option right here. All of these options, I mean, this is broken, and then all of these little options right here. It's super comfortable. You can adjust this seat any way you like it, and I know this is vinyl or something like that. There's already a hole in here, looks like a cigarette burn, but it is not as sweaty as the Western Star seats. I mean, this ventilates really well, very comfortable. I love it. And then we got our typical Mercedes outline of the dashboard, the steering wheel. I mean, this thing is so great. I mean, this truck itself has a little more options than every other Cascadia, but you know, I have all of these PSI gauges, turbo gauge, I have the weight gauge for my drives right here. I mean, I'm gonna show you guys more about the cluster and stuff, but I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys already know what it looks like. But yeah, there's my setup. I mean, look at this. 1, 2, 3 ports for charging, and then I have the little radio charging. Western Star only has one all the way on the bottom, and super annoying. I have my Garmin truck GPS right here in the middle. I was gonna put it right here on this corner to try something new, but when I'm truck driving, this GPS is kind of big, so it's actually gonna be blocking this blindside mirror, so that was kind of uncomfortable. I got this, you know, video GoPro set up here, and I have other stands like right here and back there for all my video stuff. I also have the King Slim dash cam right here that was provided me by them. I mean, it's a pretty decent dash cam. I actually like it a lot, so I'm using it for now. Also, I got the CB radio. It's already hooked up, and I pre-tuned it. Whoever had it was not tuned at all, so I quickly tuned it myself, and it didn't have an attachment here, so it's just kind of sitting in here like that. I'm gonna go ahead and buy one probably next truck stop I go to, and maybe hanging up right here, so it's a little more comfortable to talk to truck drivers, and it's easier to put it back up. I got my logbook right there, and I mean, I just miss this dashboard outline. I don't know why. It's super comfortable. It's super wide right here. You have plenty of space, way bigger than the Western Star. And then we'll get back here and show you guys the rest. We have a big aftermarket fridge right here. The other one died. I don't know why. The little fridges that the Freightliners come with, they just die in like 100,000 miles. Not sure why. You know, we have to plug up an inverter just to power this thing up, but whatever. It's nice and big. That's how I like it. Also, you flip this thing up, and we got table and chairs here, so that's pretty sweet. Also, top bunk. I mean, it's huge. You know what I really miss is these LED lights up here. The Western Star didn't have any LED lights. They had halogen bulbs everywhere, and it was super dim in here. These lights are really bright, and I mean, this is just amazing how Cascadia is way better than a top of the line Western Star. I don't know. Yeah, on the passenger side, I pretty much have my duffel bag, all my gloves and stuff when I fuel up, and all these little accessories. I got all that uncold water bottles right there, and then over here underneath the thing, I have some of the food that doesn't need to be cold, and I just have it stored right there. I mean, there's plenty of room in this truck for all these compartments, but I don't really need to scatter all this around. I just like having it all right here. It doesn't get in the way, so it's okay. It can be right there. Also, the cup holder positions, look at that. Steering wheel, and then cup holders right here, 1, 2, 3. On the Western Star, it was all the way right there. For some reason, they had nowhere to place it here because the key ignition was right here where the cup holder's supposed to be. So the cup holders were replaced all the way over here on the side. You have to like reach over. I mean, just, I don't know, just unpractical. It just doesn't make any sense. I love this girl. Mechanically speaking, I think this truck is doing pretty well. No check engine lights so far, but I don't know. I think it's gonna develop some issues because there is a small thing I did not mention to you guys.
Turn left at the traffic light.
So when I got this truck, I was doing PTI, and I've noticed the cooling level on this truck was on minimum. I didn't think much about it. I was like, okay, whatever. So I started the truck. Obviously, it sucked in some of the coolant, so the coolant went down a little bit, and then I added some. I added about, I don't know, I would say about a liter of coolant, and it went up to that high mark. And I just did PTI today, and it is back on a minimum mark. Not sure what that means. I'm just gonna keep on driving, see if I get that red light of doom, and we'll just go from there. It could be just the coolant's warming up and then it'll go back up. I'm not really sure. Hopefully there's not a leaking coolant hose again. Oh man, this is gonna suck. I thought this is gonna be a nice bright trip, but it's probably gonna end up with mechanical issues and mechanical breakdowns like always. So yeah, stay tuned, and we're gonna be probably making it into Texas all the way, maybe Weatherford or so. We'll see what happens. My calculations, we will have plenty of time to make it to Shreveport, Louisiana, probably do our 30-minute break there and fuel up, you know, the 60-70 gallons to get our free meal, and then we'll be on our way. I think we should make it a little past Weatherford. We'll see where we go. I mean, hopefully in the middle of Texas, that'll be awesome. Then next day we can make it all the way to Arizona. This truck only tops out at about 74 miles per hour, and that's, I mean, that's plenty fast for me, but my Western Star topped out at 77. Technically, it's just the governor controlling all that stuff. I can technically tell my company to confirm some stuff with TA, and they can remodify this thing to go 77, 78, even 80, but I don't want to. I think 74 is a very safe speed, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. Mississippi's a pretty decent, I guess, state. It's not too bad other than driving through Jackson, Mississippi. The only problem is sleeping there because it's super dangerous. I mean, I almost got stabbed there. I don't know if I explained it to you guys there or not. Some guy was following me to my truck when I parked at I think it was the Petro there in Mississippi, and yeah, I almost died. But yeah, that's a whole nother story, I guess. And yeah, but the roads are okay. They're not bad, except obviously Jackson. It's pretty horrible roads. Louisiana roads are also pretty decent, except when you hit Shreveport. I don't know what's up with like these bigger cities in these states. They just don't take care of the roads. Not sure. But hopefully today, you know, at 74 miles per hour, we can probably make about 770, 750 miles. That shouldn't be too bad. It's interesting because right when you enter Louisiana, it's like straight up farmlands, and it's pretty nice to see because Mississippi, Alabama, it's kind of like up and down mountain type of things, and then all of a sudden you get swamps and rivers. And then Louisiana, I mean, it's kind of farmy. It's pretty dope. It's pretty nice. Roads are not that bad either. Obviously Shreveport is horrible, but roads himself is not bad. We're about a couple hours from our destination. We're gonna probably eat some food there. Alrighty, just took my 30-minute break and we are right outside of Shreveport, so we're about to be entering Texas, and my coolant level is still on minimum. So yeah, that's good. And I also bought some more Rain-X because the other truck I bought Rain-X, and I'm obviously not in a Western Star anymore, so buying for this truck, company will pay me back, install the Rain-X. Hopefully it's gonna do a good job. I usually do recommend people to do this because these windshield wipers, I mean, they get worn out pretty fast, and it's really annoying to turn them on and you can barely see because it's like, it's a big truck, you know. So it's gonna be awesome to have Rain-X with you. But what sucks about Rain-X is it wears off pretty easily because every time you fill up at these truck washes, you always kind of wipe your window down, you know, with the fluid, and it kind of takes off some of this Rain-X. There's still a little bit on there after you clean the window, but still, you got to kind of apply this every 3 to 4 days. It's kind of annoying, but it's worth it. Wait station closed. That's good. I've actually only entered one wait station this whole trip. Everybody's closed. That's great. I don't like entering it. I mean, I'm legit and stuff, but still, it just wastes my time. They waste my time. You know, I trust DOT. I love what they're doing. They're keeping the roads safe and all that. I just don't like pulling in there, okay? But I mean, sometimes I have to, and it's really nice when they're all closed. I've done a little bit of calculations. We got a little less than 5 hours left to go. We're gonna make it way past Weatherford, Texas, and we're gonna be super close to Abilene, Texas. We're gonna be right outside of it. We're gonna be probably parking at that Love's right there. And I'm gonna give a quick shout out to some of my subscribers. You know who you are. You know that some of you come up to me and ask me if I am Rusty, and I try to mess with you, but most of the time I tell you the truth and tell you, yeah, it's me, and you guys all get excited. Oh, by the way, welcome to Texas. I sometimes stop at this rest area right here. It's pretty nice. This rest area is one of the best. You can take a picture right there by the star. Welcome to Texas sign. Anyways, yeah, so all you truckers, and even this guy pulled up in a car and noticed my truck and said, hey, it's Rusty, you know, and I always say what's up to you guys, shake your hands, appreciate it for subscribing, appreciate it for watching. Every trip I have somebody noticing me, so yeah, I mean, 100,000 subscribers, that mile mark is pretty sick. So I mean, I guess it's a pretty big deal for me, and I do really appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate all my fans. I mean, it's just like family. You guys are family. You watch my stuff, you smash like, and that helps me out a lot. It just motivates me to do more videos for you guys. Not even truck driving videos, rebuilds and all that kind of stuff. I'm gonna have some new things coming to my channel, so hopefully you guys don't mind, but still, I am super grateful, and you guys know that. So thank you for all you guys for supporting me. Thank you for all you guys coming up to me and telling me you love my videos. I really, really do appreciate it. Morning, everybody. It's about 9:30 a.m. I'm doing my PTI right now, and we do have a slight problem. So as you guys can tell, the coolant is not on minimum anymore. It is way below that, but I did idle the truck all night because I was trying to figure out if it's actually leaking coolant. So if you guys remember last time, we had a coolant leak where the compressor housing was, one of the plastic hose, I guess, cracked, and it was leaking right there on the frame, and you can tell it's coolant because it leaves like a white residue. So this time, I do not see a white residue, but I do see some wet marks. So this is the water pump right here. I'm pretty sure somebody's already been doing some work over here because there's an aftermarket clamp right there, and this hose is not tightly onto this water pump. Maybe it's leaking from there, and I do see some wet spots right here. So this is kind of wet. I don't know if you guys can tell on camera, and then it's kind of wet right here. So something's leaking down from on this area down onto this frame. What sucks about a coolant leak that you cannot see is you just have to wait until it gets a little bigger for you to find out what exactly it is. Or you got to go to the shop and they pressurize the system and they see where it starts dripping from. So I'm 100% sure that it's not going to be leaking or anything until you start driving, until the system's pressurized to 20-25 psi when you're driving, and then it starts showing the signs. So not sure what to do. I'm obviously just going to top it off because, I mean, it's probably about a quarter of a gallon short, and we're going to keep on going. Maybe it'll get worse, maybe not. And I already notified my company about it, and when I get back, and they're gonna fix it. Might as well top off my windshield wiper fluid reservoir since I'm here. I mean, it's just my luck. I'm not even surprised anymore. There's always something that goes bad while I'm trucking, so I'm not surprised. We're finishing up our PTI right now, and we are gonna be ready to go.
On the left to I-20 West.
I guess I'm just happy there's no check engine lights or any lights on the dash for me to worry about. Every Cascadia I've ever had some sort of lights on it, some sort of glitches in there. I'm glad this one doesn't for now. I mean, obviously it's going to in the future. I mean, it does have 340K, so undoubtedly it's gonna happen probably when I'm driving it, because, you know, my luck, it's gonna happen when I'm driving. I'm just not surprised anymore. I mean, it just comes the time where all these issues occur with me, and it feels like it's only with me, but I guess it's other drivers also. You know what I feel like? Whoever had this truck knew there was a coolant issue, but they didn't care. They just added coolant and never told the company anything. And this is what grinds my gears, is other truckers, other drivers just do not care about the company's equipment, which technically you're not supposed to, but dude, you have to be open-minded. You have to tell the company, you know, but they don't. They just go ahead. Like, I remember this one time there was a trailer tire blown out, like completely blown out, and I picked up the trailer and the tire's blown out. I mean, obviously the driver knew, but he did not care. The company has implemented rules and stuff like that, and it's a little more strict now that the drivers have to report all this stuff. There's an app they use and everything, but still, little issues like this, a coolant leak, I know the other guy knew about it, but you know, he never told the company and they never fixed it, so now the problem's on me. It just pisses me off sometimes, but I'm just gonna keep calm. I'm gonna just stay happy, because every time you're in a bad mood on the road, it just ruins your whole trip pretty much. So I'm just gonna keep calm. I'm gonna be happy. I'm just gonna keep filling it up, and we're gonna make it to Ontario probably and get it fixed there. Or we're gonna swap out and head back to Charlotte. Maybe it's cheaper there. They'll fix it there for cheaper. I mean, they're gonna waste about, I mean, probably $100 on coolant, because every gallon is about 20 bucks. So whatever. I'm just gonna be happy that I have a job and I'm safe and everybody's safe, and just keep an open mind and keep on trucking. Past Abilene, and this is kind of where the desert area starts. All these cactuses pop up. I mean, there's still a little bit of, like, you know, luscious grass and all that, but it's gonna turn very, very yellow very soon. Pretty much it's gonna be the desert, and all the oil fields are gonna start popping up, and that's where it gets not that interesting. It's all just flat and desert. There's really nothing to show, but we're gonna stop by Big Springs, Texas, fuel up, because that's the last TA until El Paso. Yesterday from Alabama, outside of Birmingham, Alabama, all the way to Texas, right outside of Abilene, Texas, we drove exactly 772 miles, but my logbook for some reason states that I drove 809 miles, so not sure which one's correct. I think my Google Maps is way more correct than my e-log. I'm not sure why. The e-log glitches sometimes and it just shows that number. Maybe it's, I mean, I don't know, maybe it's correct. I don't think so though. I think the correct number is 775, but I mean, it's good enough, close to 800. I mean, that's my maximum amount I could go. I had 10 minutes left before I stopped driving anyways. 30 minutes from El Paso, and they have closed down the highway. There's been a major crash ahead, so they're rerouting all of us to this Highway 20 over here. So yeah, that's that kind of sucks. I mean, this is not Highway 20. This is like pretty much a route 20 or whatever. I'm guessing it goes like around the highway a little bit. Man, this is gonna suck. Probably gonna be like a 20-minute delay. Whatever. I got enough time to make it to Las Cruces. I got like 35 minutes ahead of time, so I'm good on schedule. West, Texas 20 West. Yeah, this is like an old US road they used to use back in the day. I mean, it's pretty, it's different, so I'm sick of going to the same route, and we're gonna be on this route 5 miles, so that's not bad. And then they're gonna reroute us back to I-10, and Mexico is literally right there. You guys can actually see the wall. Well, I mean, you can't. I can though. I can see the Mexican wall right there, and the mountains over there. That's already Mexico. Just some old town that the whole world forgot about, and now everybody's discovering it again. Almost entering I-10 right here, and it's a little backed up entering it, obviously, because everybody's slow and merging onto the highway. But yeah, we'll be passing El Paso, and then we'll be heading to Las Cruces to probably take a quick shower and to eat something, and then we'll go, because we probably won't stop at a TA or Petro tonight. We're gonna stop at an aftermarket truck stop, and then I won't have a chance to shower, so that's why I'm gonna do it now. You know, utilizing my time wisely and all that. Good morning, everybody. Yeah, we're starting today's day driving because we left pretty early from Tucson. That's where I parked. We drove about 772 miles yesterday from Texas to Tucson. I mean, it's decent. Still can't get my 800-mile mark. I'm not sure why. I'm trying, it's just not happening. I guess it's impossible. We are an hour away from Phoenix, and we're about to do a drop-off, and we're gonna be empty. Watching a little bit of Mighty Car Mods for all my Australian people out there. You know, I've been watching Mighty Car Mods for a couple of years now. Pretty cool car show. I mean, it's super interesting. It's on YouTube. I love car stuff. That's actually one of the things that got me into rebuilding cars and stuff. Watching them a little bit, and then obviously other rebuild channels. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I do rebuild cars time to time. I am rebuilding a semi-truck. If you know, a bunch of you guys already know, and I am a truck driver. I'm not gonna be a truck driver for long, probably another year or so, maybe be owner operator for a little bit, and then give my truck and make a guy drive it and then make money that way, you know. If you guys remembered, I used to be on a keto diet, and I am no longer on that diet. I know that I kind of failed on it a little bit because I didn't know much about it, and I ate like hot dogs with ketchup, and I ate other things that had a bit of sugar in it, which I didn't know. So technically, was I ever on real keto diet? Probably not. I tried though, not eating bread, not eating sugar. I think that from now on, I'm just gonna be watching my bread intake, and then I'm gonna be watching my sugar intake, and that's it. I'm gonna try to minimize those two things, and I should be good to go. It's not a real keto diet, but it's a decent diet for me. You know, I'm still watching what I'm eating. And with this coolant fiasco, I did my PTI today, and it was not low on coolant for some reason. I'm guessing it was maybe that one time, well, twice already, I had to fill up coolant already, maybe 1.5 gallons. Not sure. Tomorrow, I guess I'll check again, and maybe I don't have to put in coolant. Maybe it fixed itself. Going closer to the desert is supposed to be worse because everything's hotter, but it is colder months now. It's already December, so yeah, I guess truck likes it. Maybe it's not eating coolant. I'm thinking it's not even dripping that coolant. I'm thinking it's eating the coolant. Engine does have, you know, 340,000 miles, and I'm thinking maybe it's seeping head gasket a little bit. I don't know. I know these Freightliners do have a little bit of an issue with that. Hopefully not. It's running good. It's pulling good. No check engine lights for now. I'm probably jinxing myself, but probably not.
On the right, toward 19th Avenue.
Well, we have made it to our drop-off location. We are waiting to get a dock real quick, and we're gonna be offloading, and we will be empty. We are in Phoenix. We made it here pretty much in 3 days. Pretty decent trip. I liked it. Other than the coolant issue, that's still a little bit of a concern. I'm just not sure why it wasn't low this morning. Probably a fluke, not sure. I'll always do PTI, so always gonna check up on it. Maybe this thing is good to go. I am actually very happy with this truck. Has 0 issues so far, other than, you know, and also these tapes pieces right here that I put on here, it's already fallen apart a little bit, and these mirrors are vibrating off again. I think I'm gonna go ahead and tape these up a little more, because my trip is gonna be for about 3 weeks. I'm gonna tape them up all around so they don't fall off. So what do you guys think? Do you like the Cascadia better, the interior, the outside, and all of the little quirks and features about it compared to the Western Star that I had previously? Let me know in the comments below, and I appreciate it, guys, for watching. I'm gonna have a ton of video coming up. This is just one little trip that I just did, and I will be on the road for a couple weeks, so I might be doing some Cali trips and probably some other trips, maybe doing a little bit different type of video scene. I know these types of videos are about 3 days long for me and about 20 minutes long for you guys, and I feel like it's getting kind of old, so I'm gonna switch it up a little bit. I'm gonna start doing some new things here and there, so it's gonna keep on staying interesting. And I appreciate it, guys. Be blessed, stay tuned. Deuces.